Hello Aquarius, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Aquarius is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. It's totally free, it doesn't cost you anything. If there's anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Aquarius, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And a Three of Cups. This is a real celebration. I kind of feel like you're in need of a good time. You're in need of something light and fun and heartwarming. I wonder if somebody's preparing something for you. I don't feel like this is you preparing for one of these experiences. I feel like it's something coming your way. Usually the Three of Cups, I say, you understand the process of creation on the emotional plane. So you know about these peak experiences and you know how to make them happen. I feel like somebody's making it happen for you. I feel like somebody is bringing you some good news or some sort of a gift or some sort of a surprise celebration. Something like that. Yeah. Interesting. Let's put that into some context. Let's see what is going on here, because this is a good day. This is everybody kind of coming together, getting along, enjoying a meal, enjoying a drink, enjoying each other's presence. Yeah. Eight of Pentacles. Okay. The planning of this thing. More earth energy. We've got a Four of Wands. We've got an Ace of Swords. Interesting. And a 9. Okay. Five of Swords, Two of Pentacles, Princess of Cups, and the Hermit energy. I kind of wonder if this is someone throwing you a goodbye party, or if there's some sort of I feel like some sort of celebration going on because you are moving on from something. So it's kind of like, it feels like it's a big party. It's like a bon voyage party. It's maybe, are you leaving your job for a better job? And so everybody's kind of celebrating this. It's not a sad day. It's not a sad moment. It's a moment that you've worked very hard for, and it's leading to a lot better things. But it's like you're saying goodbye to these people, or you're moving toward this Nine of Pentacles. And maybe this is financial freedom. Maybe this is like you're winning the lottery and you're kind of going to quit your job, but everybody's really happy for you. Yeah, there's, we feel a certain way about it. We got a Five of Swords. We kind of think, well, maybe I'm not doing the right thing. Maybe I should stay. Maybe this isn't going to be. But I feel like everybody around you is saying, no, this is meant for you. This is the best news ever. Take advantage of this. Yeah, I don't know what this is exactly, but I feel like it's something that you've kind of been working toward, and maybe it is financial freedom. Maybe it's something as simple as you are finally taking that vacation. Maybe this is you. Maybe it's a retirement party, to be honest with you. For some of you, I think that might be the case, and we're kind of taking that hermit literally and saying this is, the retirement from this work that you've been doing. And especially with the Eight of Pentacles, it's kind of like you've been working toward this day your whole life, right? I mean, a lot of us are. We work. I still have a day job. We're working our kind of day job toward retirement, hoping one day, we'll get to retire. And I wonder if that's kind of the celebration here. But there's something along those lines. Yeah, and it is something that you've been working for, right? With the Five of Swords, though, I'm getting this idea that somebody was dishonest with you, or there was some kind of some kind of a lie or deception that happened to you recently. And I don't know if that has anything to do with this, or if this is maybe, I don't know if maybe, are you winning a lawsuit or something? I don't know what that is exactly about, but something with that energy of somebody wasn't honest with you. There was some sort of deception, but then that Ace of Swords that we see, I feel like we got to the truth of things. And maybe that's the celebration, that you were able to discover the error, let's say, and get it corrected. Whether it was an intentional deception or not, something wasn't right, and you made them fix it, basically. Right? Something like that. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is one random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. And we're just going to put this card right over here. Tiny Bob Ross right on top. Happy little Bob. We're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together. You know, it will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. If at any point during this tarot reading you feel like you know what that card is or you have a hunch, put it down in the comments. Let's make it a group exercise, an interactive kind of effort of intuition. All right. Let's take a look around the room one more time. Major Arcana, all we have is that Hermit. So this really is about you kind of, this is you going from one state of existence to the other. This is you going from this situation to what is beyond this. So it's kind of like a rite of passage. This is an initiation of sorts, right? This is a life milestone for you. And so the obvious thing I think of was like retirement, right? Or it's you going from school, university, graduating, celebration, into the workforce, or from workforce to retirement, or etc. But it's some kind of a major like rite of passage in life. All right. Also, what's the connection? I'm getting a connection to Africa. Burkina Faso, is that something? I don't know what that is. Burkina Faso. I don't know if it's a city, a country, maybe it's a name, but there's a connection there for you. I don't know if you know somebody or if that's a place that you have visited or you have family there or something like that. Okay, but that's coming through pretty strongly. I'm not really sure what that is. All right, we'll see maybe if that comes out somewhere else or if we can clarify that a little bit. All right, we've got our major arcana. We don't have much fire. We've got our water for sure. We've got the Three of Cups and we've got the Princess of Cups. The Princess of Cups is kind of like the dream. This is in the position of the difficulty. And what I feel like this card is saying is when we make this big transition, what's coming next? What's the next purpose? What's your next dream? You know, this one's done. Whatever this is. Maybe this was university. Maybe this was your career. Moving on to the next one now. Just because you're retiring, for instance, doesn't mean that you no longer have a purpose to fulfill, right? So the hermit doesn't just kind of wander off into the woods and is forgotten about. No, the hermit has to go and find out what's the next dream that you're dreaming. Yeah, and the dream really is the Princess of Cups here. We're being told to pay attention to our dreams, pay attention to the signs and symbols and synchronicities of our lives so that we can discover what is coming next for us. Spirit is leading you, right? Spirit is showing you the way through those signs and symbols and synchronicities. Also, deer, the image of a deer, big antlers, very important symbol for you. Look for that symbolism in other places, wherever, on TV, in your travels, in any of your interactions. Look for that out in the external world, that kind of symbolism. Okay, that's going to be important for you in some way. Okay, where to start with? Well, let's go with the Eight of Pentacles. This is a lot of hard work, diligent work. This could be study. This could be all of your years at university that you've been studying and working very hard at something. This could be also in your career. You know, maybe this is the routine of things. And I think you're someone that likes routines. Now, I think you have a very specific routine. I don't know if you are someone that likes to stick to a routine, like you have your whole morning routine, wake up at a certain time, you have a certain thing to drink with a certain like mug. I think you have a very specific like coffee mug or a teacup or something. It's very unique and it's very much yours. No one else can drink from it but you, right? It's part of your routine. And certain music, certain order in which you like brush your teeth, take your shower, get dressed, that sort of thing. A very orderly kind of life. And I think part of the concern really, and we see that with the Princess of Cups a little bit too, is that what if after this transition, what if you don't have this routine anymore? What are you going to do if you don't have that? So I think part of the work of the hermit is perhaps learning a new routine, incorporating different things. Maybe you don't have to drive to work the same way, and you don't have to wear the same kind of professional outfit or whatever, or the same kind of schedule of your classes, whatever it is. We might have to start constructing a new one, a new routine. Yeah, that's a good problem to have, I think. You're graduating somewhere into something new, and this new can be very exciting. We see the exciting too, because we've got the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups, I think, is both your excitement for the future, or the potential for excitement and good times in the future. We want to have that kind of, the happy retirement, or it's just going to be, it's like a vacation now, right? Not really, but it could be. This is also the celebration that's happening right now to kind of mark this period of change in your life. So this is future potential, but it's also something happening right now. The future also with the Nine of Pentacles, I think, is showing that whatever it is that you're doing is financially wise. It's a sound kind of plan that you have. So it could be you're retiring with a good income, that you've been smart with your money and you've invested it. You've got your retirement savings or whatever people do. I personally am horrible with that. Or this could be really you entering the workforce, that now you're not just kind of doing that Eight of Pentacles, the routine kind of monotonous work, the homework or whatever. Now you're out in the workforce where you're really going to excel. You're really going to like make your money. You're going to make your life. You're going to have your career. Whatever it is, whatever phase of life you're in, this is the really positive product of that, right? This is progress. This is showing that things are going to really function well, and it's going to be profitable and lucrative and rewarding for you, not just financially, but in terms of your satisfaction with life. I like to look at the Pentacles as containing all of the other cards, all of the other energies. The water's in here, the fire's in here, the air's in here too. The earth energy, what we're doing is just the vehicle for all of the other energy, right? This is just the visible component of it. It's the visible sign of progress, but that progress also comes with a deeper satisfaction, and creativity, comes with its own problems too, and we kind of get that with the Five of Swords. The Four... Obviously, the Four of Wands back here is telling me that this is the completion of one life cycle. It's one phase of life. Either this is, again, going from school into career, or going from career into retirement. Maybe it's the other way. Maybe it's going from retirement back into the workforce. Maybe this is going from focused on a family or a domestic life, and you're going into the workforce. Whatever it is. Right. It feels like you're closing off one cycle of your life and you're beginning the next one, and it's going to be really nice. The only issue we have really is the Queen of Pentacles, and this is us feeling a little bit nostalgic for that phase that we're leaving. This is the card that is looking back at the past. Okay. And sometimes we can miss the past. Sometimes we can think of a lot of reasons why we want to go back. It was easier, the routine was better, it was quieter, I knew what to expect, I had all my friends there. So we're going now into the future, and the future is always, like I always say, the future is always uncertain. We never know exactly what tomorrow is going to bring. I wouldn't be surprised if we get the Moon card for that mystery card. But I'd like to think we're getting over that. That we know we're just being a little bit nostalgic, and especially during this, if it is a party that's being thrown for you. During this party, we're having a good time, but we're also like kind of realizing, I'm going to miss it here. I'm going to miss the people. Yeah. But you know that the party's going to end and we're going to have to move on. We've got a really exciting adventure coming up tomorrow morning, you know. The Ace of Swords up here, I think, is an important thing. Not only is there's some issue here with that 5. Somebody, I don't know if somebody tried to cheat you or somebody tried to like not give you your pension or something and you're able to correct that mistake. Maybe it was just a clerical error, right? We can just say, fine, it was a clerical error, but you've got it and that's all good. I think the Ace of Swords is also you trying to look at this situation as an opportunity for you to receive the next download of instructions for what is your divine mission now. You know, that you're open to the possibilities. And we're kind of intentionally looking at it that way, like I'm waiting for my next set of orders. What is my next divine mission? What is my new purpose? You know, and we're excited. We can't wait to figure out what it is. And so I think that this is you being very open spiritually, psychically, to whatever is kind of coming next for you. Whatever like spirit kind of tells you is your next path, or what this next phase of your life is really going to be like. Yeah. So there's a real openness here. And I think we're dealing with this transition very well. I think it's going to be very, very good for you. Now, I feel like you've always been someone that's kind of hard to read, right? Maybe you have maybe it's a kind of a stoic presentation that you have, or maybe it's just kind of this mystery that surrounds you. But I feel like maybe other tarot readers, maybe psychics, palm readers, anybody, mediums even. I feel like people can never really get a good read on you. Is that true? And it's not because there's nothing there to read, but it's because I think you have already such a clarity about you and such a connection with spirit that it's almost as if because I feel like you went to a psychic or a palm reader or something, and they had a hard time really telling you anything. And it's not because you're closed off, but it is because you're already so open, and you have already such a clear channel that there's really nothing that needs to be pointed out to you. You know, we see really all good cards here. Even the 5 of Swords, I don't think is an issue. I think this is something that was confusing or out of order, but it's been cleared up. You know, I feel like this is it feels like you have an antenna. It literally feels like you have an antenna on the top of your head, and it's just you're moving through life in such a beautiful way. There's no blockages here, right? Now we're going to go to the path of the serpent, and as we do this, I'd like to ask for your subscription. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It is totally free, doesn't cost you anything, and it helps out the channel. I really, really do appreciate that. All right, this channel wouldn't be here if it weren't for all of you. Okay, so we talked about the 5 of Swords a bit, and I feel like sometimes you're misunderstood, right? And maybe the 5 of Swords is saying that you deeply care about things, and you feel things very, very deeply. But some people in your life may have at some point perceived you as being a little bit cold, a little bit closed off. But like I said, you're not closed off. You've just got this kind of tranquility about you. But I think some people may see that as like someone who's a little callous. Yeah. And that's okay. People want to assume that's fine. You're realizing that you don't owe anybody anything. And I think this is a time in your life where you're really realizing your own power and that you don't owe anybody an explanation. Now, you don't owe anybody anything. But I feel like you do have people close to you that need to know that you're connected with them. I wonder if sometimes you have a difficult time expressing how much you love people. Let's just say that. And so with the Three of Cups that we have there too, I wonder if it's kind of like you enjoy if this really affects you. Like you're thrilled. It feels like a surprise party, and it makes you want to cry, right? But I wonder if you just kind of like, oh, a surprise party, huh? Like if you don't really express what you're feeling inside, and it comes out as kind of maybe a little bit cold. Yeah. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But I do feel like there are people in your life that need to know you care about them. Yeah. So consider reaching out to those people, to those close people that your friends, family, whatever, your tight-knit, your inner circle, right? Just let them know that you care about them. Yeah. And I think that they're letting you know that they care about you. And that's the Three of Cups that we see here. Okay. Two of Pentacles. This is pretty obvious, I think, because this is a card about change. Something we're transitioning from one phase to the other. Yeah. And this is going to require some adjustment. You're going to have to kind of get used to the things that are going on here. I don't know. What is it with you and maps? Do you have a big map on your wall? I feel like there's a map somewhere near you that has like pins in it. Yeah, like push pins. And I don't know if those are the places that you've already been, or if you're just kind of over the course of your life, you're just putting pins in places that you want to go. Maybe that's the Africa thing. Putting pins in where you have been, and maybe there's different colors. Maybe there's some for where you've been, and there's other colors for where you will be going, right? Because I do think there's a lot of travel with this hermit energy, and it could be some solo travel. It could be, but we never know with the Princess of Cups. We never know if this is talking about perhaps new love coming in. This might be an idea that you're finding that intimate connection. Like I said, there are people that you care about. You need to tell them how you feel about them. And maybe this is one of those people. Maybe you have to tell that person how you feel about them. Maybe now's the time. I don't know if you have a crush, right? Somebody that you've always kind of had feelings for, someone that you would like as a companion. And so maybe that hermit is going to be traveling the world with a companion, if that's what you want. But this card is really about discovering what it is you want now and asking for it, communicating it, talking about it, expressing it, accepting that this is the next phase of your life, and you got to do it. So many possibilities here. This is really a lovely reading. I feel very. It's the only word I can think of right now. Lovely. It's a lovely energy that I'm feeling, and the hermit really is. This is someone who's always on a quest, always learning. And maybe that you have a bit of a stoic or a serious kind of personality, and maybe that's changing a little bit with this Two of Pentacles and with the Princess of Cups into that Hermit card. So I feel like you're embracing this next phase of your life, and I think that it's going to see a big change in your personality a little bit, in your persona. I think a little bit is going to kind of change. I feel like your heart's activated a little bit more. And we're looking for those intimate relationships. And we're looking for those dreams, those symbols, those synchronicities. And you're going to do things maybe that you always wanted to do since you were a kid. I think this is one of those, especially with the Princess of Cups, because this is kind of the child of the court. So I wonder if this is really like childhood dreams that are now coming to the surface, and now you realize, I'm going to go after those things. Maybe they seem childish. Good. Right, good. I think now is the time to start pursuing those kind of childish dreams and desires. Yeah. Let's look at the mystery card. Let's see what Tiny Bob Ross has for us today. We don't really need much, do we? Now, have you been dealing with some knee pain lately? I feel like one of your knees has been aching a little bit much lately, right? Maybe, I don't know what that is, but I'm feeling that as part of your energy right now. I don't know if if it relates to this in a certain way, except maybe to say, hey, yeah, this first part is done. Now you deserve to take a break and a rest, right? Build up your energy for the next phase of things. Of course, I'm not a doctor. This is not a medical reading. If you're having a medical concern or a medical issue, see a professional, right? A professional doctor, not a tarot reader. But I feel like that's just that's something that you've been dealing with. Maybe it's just this idea of like more aches and pains. Yeah, I'm getting older. It is time for this change, that this is happening at a good time. Whether this is something that's like scheduled or if this is like a choice that you're making, Maybe the mystery card will help us out a little bit with that. If you have a prediction, put it down in the comments. I don't know. I don't know what I'm expecting here. We're just going to look. Oh, a Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands, this is expressing your emotions. This is the water inside of you, the feeling, right? The heart, the dream. Now you're excited about it. Now people are going to say, wow, you really seem fired up today. What's going on with you? There's just this zest, this robustness. And I feel like this is you getting really excited about things, whereas before there was this stoic, more serious kind of energy. Now it's just like, hey guys, let's go. There's this real vitality with your aura. And this to me feels really good. It feels like a really lovely change for you. And I think it's excitement. I think we're very optimistic, very hopeful, very excited about what's coming next for us in our lives. Yeah. And I'm very excited for you. I can't wait to hear all about it. Leave me some comments. We're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around for that, click on the link up here in the corner, or there's one down in the video description. Okay. New readings for Aquarius every Thursday and Sunday, but I'm here every day. Just come on back. See me again tomorrow. Okay, if you have time. If you haven't subscribed yet, though, please do. It is totally free. It does not cost you anything. Leave a comment for me. Let me know what's going on. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.